And now it's time for more Booze and News clips.
Go ahead and turn on the evening news. Let them spoon feed lies to you. Oh yes, and well, go ahead and trust those wolves in fancy clothes. Let them tell you what you think you need to know. Some say you get what you thank for. Others say you get what you need. But if you ain't got shit to stand for, then why the hell do you bleed? Some people say that you get what you deserve. Others say you get what you get. But if it don't break your leg or pick your pocket, why judge a man on how he lives? So go ahead and turn on the morning news. Drink your coffee and eat your everything bagel too. Oh yes, and make sure you let them tell you who to hate today. It's gonna change tomorrow anyway. Some say you get what you think for. Others say you get what you need. But if you ain't got shit to stand for, then why the hell do you bleed? Some people say that you get what you deserve. Others say you get what you get. But if it don't break your leg or pick your pocket, or watch out your man on how he lives. You can have faith in God, but that don't mean that goddamn thing. You don't give a damn about one another. I don't care much for religion, but I know we got to look out for our brothers and sisters. Some say you get what you pay for, and others say you get what you need. But if you ain't got shit to stand for, then why the hell do you bleed? Some people say that you get what you deserve, and others say you get what you get. But if it don't break your leg or pick your pocket, watch out your man on how he lives. So go ahead, turn on the evening news. Let them spoon feed lies to you.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Booze and News. How the fuck is it going out there? Sorry we're running a little bit late. I just got in. But we've got some great shit for you today. How's it going, Albert? Let us know if you guys can hear us okay out there as you tune in. Holy fuck, I've been running. How you doing, bro?
Bro, I'm doing all right, man. Just ate me some Taco Bell, some Doritos Los Tacos. I said, give me the healthiest taco they got. And that is the Dorito taco.
That ain't the fucking healthiest taco. God. First of all, saying healthy anything at Taco Bell is fucked. Right? You could lick the fucking floor and it'd be healthier than Taco Bell. So, thanks for tuning in. Let us know if you can hear us okay. Hope the audio's all right. Like I said, we got a little bit late today, but going now. We're going to go ahead and start the show as we always do with our beer review. This week, Albert, we're going to do the Manic Confidence, if you want to grab this one. Yeah. So, all right. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and pour it in my glass mug here.
That's the king's mug.
The King's mug. Right away, my first impressions are the color looks great, real light. The head looks really good. Man, that head looks really good. I love me some good head. Smells good.
It does smell good.
So before I taste this, I want to show you guys this can. I fucking absolutely love it. It's got this trippy
gnarly
fucking psychedelic shit all over it. It's
It
called
looks like some crackhead shit.
It's an IPA, hazy IPA, Manic Confidence from Deep Ellum Brewery out of Dallas, Texas. So let's taste it. Let's get into this shit.
Cheers. Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
Dude, that's fucking wonderful. Ooh, I love that. Ooh, and it's hazy. Look how hazy it is. It was clear.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It was clear at first when I was pouring it, and now it's just I can see all that haze in there. Holy
God
fuck.
damn.
It tastes good. So I'm gonna read some more about this beer real quick. So this is what's crazy. It says sunny and juicy IPA with notes of fruit punch and sweet bitterness.
I taste it. I taste the bitterness.
Fruit punch. You taste fruit punch?
Not really.
It's a little bit there though, right? Am I imagining it because I read it?
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. It tastes a lot like a regular IPA in a lot of ways, but it is what I do like about it. It's on the lighter side. It's more refreshing.
Right. I like it a lot, actually. Now that it's settling in on my tongue, I'm gonna read a little bit about it online before we get our give our rating on this. So it says Manic Confidence is a refreshingly juicy, hazy IPA brewed with Galaxy. Oh, that's what I love. Galaxy hops. Galaxy and Enigma hops. Oh, there's a lot of hops in here. Comet, Strata, Idaho, 7. Man. Wow. No, I really am a big fan of this. What is it rated on here? I just want to check. Okay. So, okay. All right, where are you gonna rate this bad boy? What's the ABV? 6.5 ABV. Really low for all those hops. The IBU is hella low, bro. 25 IBU.
It's a weird beer.
Man, that's a lot of hops. They must that must all be dry hop. Interesting. Okay, where are you gonna rate this bad boy?
I'm giving this one 7.5.
Okay, well then, if you give it 7.5, that is actually what the world on Untapped, which is the source that I use for ratings, that's what the world's giving it. So you actually hit it right, what everybody else said. I'm gonna go higher though. I'm in love with this beer.
All right.
I'm in love with this beer, so I'm gonna go ahead and give this beer. I'm gonna give it a fucking 9, bro.
Woo!
I could drink these until I feel stupid and then have a fucking horrible hangover tomorrow.
You drink so many, you start telling conspiracy theories.
Oh man, that's when you know I'm fucking drunk. So, anyway, that was the Booze and News beer review with Albert Deleon and Jonathan Fleissner. And
Albert Deleon.
Thanks for tuning in. I got some messages here, but I gotta look at my Facebook because they're coming in on Facebook. What are they saying?
First message: Albert, go kill yourself.
Basically, they saying you can go buy the beer next week on your welfare check. You can. Actually, I've already got next week's beer, but Albert, you can get the one after that. Albert, I like Albert to pick too because I always pick. I pretty much always pick IPAs. Every now and then we do like a Pilsner or something, but when Albert picks, it could really be anything. It's probably going to be something foreign, honestly.
I love a good Japanese beer.
Albert,
what can I say?
Albert is down with all that. So, let's get into the news, man. So, we got a lot to go over today. and it's a kind of a special day, and Albert doesn't even know yet, but there's some cool shit we're going to get into today. But we'll start with our breaking news segment, all right? Let me pull this up. So John Cena made breaking news today. Albert, why don't you tell the folks about that a little bit while I pull this up?
Well, he apologized to China.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that's wrestling news right there.
That's wrestling news. Do you know why he apologized?
Now we're talking about the China, the wrestler girl, right?
No. The fucking country, bro. Are you serious? I think China the wrestler is dead. I mean,
she did die. Didn't she die of a drug overdose?
I don't know, and I'm not laughing at the fact that she's dead. By the way, y'all, I'm just saying like that's not what's going on here. But no, China the country, bro. So John Cena apologizes to China. So I'm just gonna go ahead and play this clip. It's got subtitles, so you can read it, Albert. I haven't plugged your audio in just yet. I'll get that in a minute. But let me play this little clip so you can see his apology, and everybody at home can see it. Oh, that's way too big. Let's make this shit smaller. Put it right here. Cool. All right.
你好，中国，就是叫西娜。
You can see the subtitles, right?
必须说，现在在
No, but it's okay.
我做很
He's speaking
多
Mandarin, so you wouldn't be able to fucking hear it anyway and know what he's talking about.
所以在一个采访，我有一个错误，所有人问我，如果我可以用中文，速度激情有人给我很多资讯 information。所以很多采访，很多 information， 我有一个错误，我必须说现在就是很重要，我爱更尊重中国跟中国人，我很抱歉对我的错误，对不起，我很抱歉，你必须了解，我。很爱，很尊重中国跟中国人，不好意思，再见。
All right, so let me pause this. So you saw that, right?
I could read a little bit of it. I mean, like, I had to like squint my eyes though. It was hurting my goddamn neck.
Oh, you bitch! Always got to bitch about something. So anyway, he fucking first of all, his Mandarin is really goddamn good. Which surprises me because he's a fucking. I guess we think of wrestlers as just big dumb idiots, right? But his Mandarin's really like flawless there. He memorized the fuck out of that if he doesn't speak Chinese. But so anyway, he made a statement recently where he called it like the country of Taiwan, right?
Okay. And
China don't like that, bro. So China doesn't play that shit. And so here's the biggest issue of it all, right? He's in Fast and Furious 9 that's about to come out, right? And I didn't know this until I started digging into it, but they're actually debuting. It's premiering in China. It's not even premiering in the United States. Because, first of all, if you didn't know this, the film market in China is huge. Movies make more money in China than in America. And that's just facts, right? And so he had to reverse his fucking statement, right? Because he don't want to piss off China. Because they're about to make a fuckload of money over there. But it's fucked up, man. That's the fucking crazy power of China, man. You can't, in America, we say Taiwan's a country all the time. Right?
Yeah.
Because Taiwan is a country. China just took over that shit. Right? So.
This is weird, bro. This is kind of weird.
It happens all the fucking time, bro, in Hollywood. LeBron James and the NBA and all that shit. They all did it. Daryl Morey, remember when he tweeted, like, free Hong Kong or whatever, stand with the Hong Kong protesters? And then fuck. I mean, he got fired. You know? So,
Well, you know, when you work in, here's the thing: when you work in the entertainment business, you got to play by the fucking rules of Hollywood and whatever the fuck, you know, you're a puppet. I mean, at the end of the day, you're making millions of dollars to be a fucking movie star. You better do what they fucking tell you, or you're gonna have to go apologize like a little bitch.
yeah. So that's what happened. He had to go
That's
apologize.
just the way it goes.
So he works out all the goddamn time, but you know what he's not working out? That big stupid spine of his, because he ain't got one. He ain't got no fucking spine. He's China's little bitch. So,
He wants that moolah.
He wants that moolah.
I can't say that I blame him, to be honest with you.
Oh, well, fuck that, though. I mean, so anyway, they're complaining on the comments that I'm not reading the comments, but it's the same tired-ass shit y'all say every week. Y'all need to be clever. Come up with some new shit. Hey, it's Fat Albert. Y'all said that for weeks in a row. Let's hear some new shit. Y'all sound like a bunch of whack-ass hack stand-up comics I know that do the same shit every week. Write some new material, bro.
Dude, what's funny is that I can't even see it. They know that, right?
I think they know that.
I can't see it.
So anyway, I hope the audio at least working good. Someone said it's breaking up. Maybe that might be my internet. I don't fucking know, and that's out of my control at some point. Let's move on to the next topic, though. The next topic is, oh man, we just had the anniversary of George Floyd's death yesterday.
Damn.
1 year, man. Could you believe that? I mean, I can, because that was the longest fucking year of my life. You know?
Yeah, it was long for a lot of people. It was crazy. It was hard.
So I'm gonna show this link. May 25th was the anniversary of George Floyd's death. Let me pull this up. So there was a statement from the White House by President Joe Biden. This was his official statement release. Today in the Oval Office, I met with George Floyd's family. Although it has been 1 year since their beloved brother and father was murdered, for any family experiencing a profound loss, the first year can still feel like they got the news a few seconds ago. And they've had to relive that pain and grief each day, each and every time those horrific 9 minutes and 29 seconds have been replayed. Sorry. Yet the Floyd family has shown extraordinary courage, especially his young daughter, Gianna, who I met again today. The day before her father's funeral a year ago, Jill and I met with the family, and she told me, Daddy changed the world. He has. His murder launched a summer of protests we hadn't seen since the civil rights era in the 60s, protests that peacefully unified the people of every race and generation to collectively say enough of these senseless killings. Last month's conviction of the police officer who murdered George was another important step forward towards justice, but our progress can't stop there. To deliver real change, we must have accountability when law enforcement officers violate their oaths, and we need to build lasting trust between the vast majority of the men and women who wear the badge honorably and the communities they are sworn to serve and protect. We can and must have both accountability and trust in our justice system. The negotiations of the George Floyd Justice in Policing Act in Congress are ongoing. I have strongly supported the legislation that passed the House, and I appreciate the good faith efforts from Democrats and Republicans to pass a meaningful bill out of the Senate. It is my hope that they will get a bill on my desk quickly. We have to act. We face an inflection point. The battle for the soul of America has been a constant push and pull between the American ideal that we are all created equal and the harsh reality that racism has long torn us apart. At our best, the American ideal wins out. It must again. Okay, so that's the official statement. And those are great words, right? But he fucking promised that they were going to have reform and pass this act by the anniversary of George Floyd's death, right? And ain't shit passed. What's been done, Albert?
Yep.
What the fuck's been done? One dude went to prison. The guy who fucking murdered him on fucking hundreds of millions of people watched that video. So that's no surprise. It's a surprise that he actually got convicted, but that one dude got arrested. Right. That's all that's happened. What else has happened?
Yeah. Well, no, but that's the government, though. I mean, the government is late on everything. When did they ever do anything on fucking time? They do the shit when they feel like it. They do everything when they fucking feel. I'll sign it. Well, we gotta send money to, we need, oil, Another a war, missiles. It's all the same shit all the fucking time.
It's all bullshit. They haven't done jack shit. So what really pisses me off is I'm gonna show you this. I want you to guess while I pull this up. How many people do you think have been murdered? Civilians have been murdered by the police since May 25th. Since George Floyd was killed.
It's probably a too much to know.
Well, here's a map. At least 1,068 people have been killed by police since the death of George Floyd.
Yeah.
So there you go.
As usual.
Which is fucking nuts, because if you look at, like, I don't know, England or another country, right? How many people do you think the police kill there a year?
It's hardly any, I think, from what I remember.
Let's pull it up. Let's just fucking look it up, because I'm curious.
If I remember correctly, hearing about something like this, it was like nothing almost.
I bet it's going to be like less than 100. Let's fucking see. This is Wikipedia. Let's look at this. Is this annually? What is this? The list of deaths caused by law enforcement officers by country. I assume this is annually. So yeah, all of these like fucking third world countries, right? Look at this. All of these third world ass countries that fucking riddled with crime. And then guess who's like right below them? America. There's not a first world country on this list, really. I mean, unless you consider, I guess you can consider Brazil one, but Brazil is fucked. Fucking look at this. So we had over 1,000 people since George Floyd, since all the protests, right? And Mexico, and we know how fucked up Mexico is. Mexico, cops only killed 371 people in a year. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Where's England at? They're probably not. They're way the fuck down here, I'm sure. Germany. What's Germany? 11 people a year. There you go.
It's awful, bro.
So it's fucking bullshit. Nothing's been fucking done. And that's because they refuse to end qualified immunity, which I've been bitching about forever.
Yep. Just another, doesn't make no fucking sense.
They asked me if it were a black officer doing that to a white man, would you care? Fuck yes. I don't think police officers should be judge and jury. Okay? Now, if there are a few circumstances, right, which we can probably all agree on, that are extreme circumstances. If it's a mass shooter going around killing people, right, some shit like that, that's different. If it's someone who's resisting arrest or running away and they get shot in the back, that's fucking bullshit. That's not fucking justice, because they didn't get the day in court, and that's not the way the fucking system is supposed to work. You don't just get a badge and then you're the fucking executioner. That's bullshit. So
100%, bro. Could not say it better myself. And I'm gonna imagine the people that come on here and hate on me are probably racist.
Yep, and I would imagine that they're just a fucking bunch of bootlicking idiots. And if it was them getting busted their chops and their door kicked in by police, they would be bitching about it. They would be sitting there going, yes, officer. No, if they're fucking kicking your ass and your family and breaking your shit, and here's the thing, they fuck up a lot. They go to the wrong people's houses. That's what qualified immunity is about, to end that bullshit. When they fuck up, they need to be responsible for their fuck ups. That's all I'm saying. If I fuck up, I'm responsible for my fuck up. If you fuck up, you're responsible for your fuck up. How come police officers aren't responsible for their fuck ups?
Makes no fucking sense. Literally.
In Texas right now, there's a bill, HB 88, that has been on the floor pending approval, because it can't get approval from the Homeland Security and Public Safety Committee, because they do not want to get rid of qualified immunity. Because the police union is that fucking powerful.
That's okay. There's just going to be more riots, more mayhem, more destruction, and it's all gonna just build and build like it did with Floyd, and it's gonna do it again and again and again until everything's already all fucked up, and then by then it won't even matter anymore. These people are idiots. They could easily keep the peace in society by passing these bills, and they don't do it.
Yeah,
for no fucking reason. There's no reason not to do it. They're not gonna. What the fuck's gonna happen if they pass this? They get rid of shitty cops. That's the whole point. That's what everybody wants.
And we got the shittiest fucking dumb cops. They couldn't get a fucking real job. And here's the other thing. Not only did we not fucking do any police reform, right? They actually, Albert, just passed a bill, right, to give more money to the Capitol Police, right, because of their inability to actually do their fucking job on January 6th, right? And they're giving them more power, too. Here's the thing about all that. They had the potential to stop all that shit from happening. They didn't do it, not because they didn't have enough money, not because they didn't have enough power, because they're completely shit at their job. That's it. So anyway, and in Texas it pisses me off because this is where George Floyd is fucking from, and we can't even get this fucking bill passed. They're putting up a bunch of memorials, and they're doing a bunch of like, oh look, yeah, here's a fucking statue and a memorial. It's all good. You got your money.
But they won't actually try to fix the problem. No, they want to leave the cops. They want to leave the cops alone, and that makes no sense. They should be at the top of the list. This is what's funny. If you open up a restaurant, Jonathan, you take you put your life savings, you fucking sweat and tears into getting your own business going. You open up a restaurant. The government or the state, they're gonna come check on you every so often to make sure your shit's good. And if it fails the little test, they shut your whole shit down. They don't give a fuck about nothing.
Well, and they should. And they should. Because if you're fucking up and you're violating health code and all that bullshit, and you're gonna get people sick and maybe kill people, yeah, they should shut your ass down, man. I know. I've been there.
But with the police, they don't check them. They don't do nothing. Check shit. They don't do. They just let them fucking no reports, no check. There's no grading. There's no retesting. There's nothing.
Yeah.
So, but why everything else has to be checked out annually, and you could fail and you're fucked. But with the police working for the state,
right?
No checkups, no annual, nothing. Once you get that badge on, you're good to go to the end of time. Do whatever you want.
What I think is hilarious for all the people that are like defend them, it's nobody is saying to just if the people who go out there, who I guess they're anarchists, I don't fucking know, Albert, but go, we should just get rid of all the cops. That's fucking stupid, right? Nobody is saying that. What we're saying is this shit needs to be fucking reformed. And the way that you do that is that the people who suck at their job and they fuck up, there should be penalties. If a doctor, right, fucks up and kills somebody, right?
Right.
There's penalties. And a doctor's way more fucking, they have way more training and shit, and they still have penalties, right? They still can fuck up. It's just stupid. So, speaking of stupid bullshit like this, and I guess this is what these dumb libertarians want. In Texas, what I was trying to get to was that we just passed, we talked about all the dumb bullshit Greg Abbott's been doing the last couple of weeks, if you remember. He passed this fucking stupid heartbeat bill. He passed the fucking, for some reason, we're getting money from the government to play unemployment. Texas doesn't even fucking pay for it. He goes, no, we don't want that because we need our fucking wage slaves back. So now, now, in the middle of a night, like a closed session, they pass this shit. Check this out. Well, we're gonna get to that, but they passed this fucking handgun shit. Looks like it's passing, where everybody can carry a handgun now. You don't even need a license. You don't need any training. What the fuck do you think that's gonna do? You think that's gonna make like homicides go down? because you're not giving anybody. First of all, let's just say this: I'm not against guns. You know that, but to give people guns and give them no fucking training whatsoever is stupid. It's the same thing as having dumb cops. So now everybody's going to shoot first, ask questions later, like it's the fucking wild, wild west.
Well, and I was just going to say that it sounds like Greg Abbott is stuck in La La Land like he's 10 years old watching Westerns on television. He wants it to be the Wild West over here. He can't even fucking, I mean, I'm not going to say that. I was going to comment on him. I'm not going to, that's fucked up. But yeah, it's idiotic to pass this bill. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
I've tried to write jokes about it, but it is hard. It's hard to make a joke about. The thing is, I hate him so much that I want to make jokes about his handicap and all that bullshit. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I try not to. I try to punch down, punch up instead of punching down.
We're doing it for the other handicapped people that aren't morons, by the way. That's who we're respecting with this.
Right. But here's the fucked up thing. So this is just one dumb thing that Texas did this week, because he just seems to be doing the dumbest fucking shit of all time, like every week. Now they passed a new law, I think is what it is, because the Senate passed it and he signed it, so it's in law now. Get this, dude. Now, let's see. Oh, well, I actually forgot. I had this clip. I do want to play this because it's fucking funny, but I forgot I had this. So, this is a picture, Albert, of what Texas is going to look like. This is what Texas is going to look like once the handgun bill passes. All right, and everybody can have a handgun. And I looked up to make sure this was public domain, so we don't get a fucking stupid, dumb, demonetized or whatever warning again. Fucking bullshit. So anyway, there we go. Play this. This is Texas, y'all. After Greg Abbott's fuck everything handgun bill.
Go around the other side. Try to sneak up behind them. I'll cover you.
Anyway, I forgot I had that. I told you I was like fucking baked out of my mind last night writing all this shit. I wrote for a long time, so I wanted to play that. All right. So, but anyway, like I was saying before I got all distracted by that video clip, they passed this other dumb shit too, Albert. So now, in Texas, they have banned the teaching, get this, in public schools about any kind of white supremacy or history that they find undesirable. Let me pull the article up. Check this shit out. I don't even understand how this is fucking constitutional, by the way. But let's who the fuck knows, because the Supreme Court and all the courts are all fucked up. Texas' divisive bill limiting how students learn about current events and historic racism passed the Senate. The bill aims to ban critical race theory in public and open enrollment charter schools. Supporters say it merely ensures students aren't taught that one race or gender is superior to the other. Okay, first off, of course they do, because they're fucking dumbass racist. By eliminating history, right, about white supremacists and shit like the Nazis and the Civil War, right, and slavery, you're erasing this shit where white people literally said they're better than everybody else.
Yeah. Well, let me say something. It is fucked up, of course, but you know what? If they're trying to make white people not seem so bad in schools, it doesn't really fucking matter what you do, because any non-white kid growing up in 2021 and beyond has access to the internet, has access.
That's not true. That's not true. In fact, it's not true. So the thing is that there are actually rural communities in this country, in America, that don't have that. Now, people
Who in Texas doesn't have access to the internet, though? What kid doesn't have an internet?
People out in the country and shit, they still don't have it, bro. You forget.
Okay, but you know what I mean, though. Most people have access to some sort of internet.
Most people is not everybody, first of all. And there's a lot. Texas is fucking huge. I know because we have property out in the middle of fucking nowhere, right? And there ain't no fucking internet out there or anything. It costs a lot of money to get internet out there because there's no infrastructure.
But what about a library? A library is going to have the internet.
Okay, but here's the other thing. Everything. So let's give you for example, right? Where my family's property is in West Texas, right? It is 15 minutes from the goddamn house to the street. Just this house to the street. In a car. Hear me out. In a car. And then from there to the library, right? It's like another fucking 30 minutes.
Okay, but hold on a second. You're telling me you don't, so there's no internet at that house?
We can afford it, but we had to put in like satellite and all that bullshit. There's no like easy, cheap internet out there because it's in the middle of fucking nowhere. People live in the middle of fucking nowhere, Albert. You know, we're lucky that you got to remember, even in Manville where you live now, dude, even in Manville where you live now, 10 years ago, right? 10 years ago, there was a lot of motherfucking people without internet.
Okay, but I'm speaking mostly about non-whites. The areas you're talking about are usually occupied by white people. I'm not worried about those white kids. I'm worried about black kids living in the city. They all have access to the internet. They're gonna fucking know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, well, the inner city people have better access to libraries and they have better access to internet. You're right about that. That's
not talking about country. I mean, yes, dude, but blacks in those areas are far in between. Most of those people are whites, and so they don't need to know about this bullshit.
Well, no,
and I'm not
that's not true.
I'm not talking about your family.
That's not true because the thing is that if you're getting let's say hear me out. If you're out there in the country and you're getting brainwashed by your fucking crazy uncle saying a bunch of dumb shit, right?
That's gonna happen no matter what.
But you know what's important then? What's important, very important, is that those people have access to fucking information to get away from all that bullshit propaganda that they're getting fed every day, right? They need the internet.
Trying to find a light.
They need the library. They need all that. They need education.
How was you trying to find a light at the end of the tunnel? I'm just saying that I understand what you're saying, but I'm just saying though they're gonna try to cover up that a past that is not. You know, you can't cover up that bullshit.
Right.
People find out. Everyone's gonna know.
Well, it's all fucked up, and like I said, I don't think it's even constitutional. Speaking of other dumb Republican shit that's not constitutional, Ron DeSantis, aka the fucking younger, fucking dumber Trump, has really been kissing his daddy's ass lately. So he passed a bill in Florida, right, that assigns $250,000 fines per day, right, to tech companies that violate this thing where they ban politicians on Facebook and social media, right? So basically, this is all about his daddy, Trump, being banned on Facebook still. And the thing is that Trump, as long as Trump is banned on that shit, his like popularity is going down and his power of propaganda is going down because he's the most powerful, popular person in the party, right? So he's doing this $250,000 a day fine. A couple things about this. For one, it's fucking Florida. Do you think they have the power to fine tech companies?
I guess not.
What are they gonna write Florida a check? Have you ever gotten a ticket? Like, all right, so first of all, if you go to another state, Albert, just for example, and you get a speeding ticket, right? Say you're in Missouri, right?
Uh-huh.
What happens if you don't pay that ticket?
Well, you better not be in Missouri because there'll be a warrant for you.
There you go. Is the Facebook motherfuckers in Missouri? Or in Florida, I mean? No, they're not. So they can't do jack shit to them. It's fucking stupid.
Right.
It's pointless. They're just trying to, it's just more posturing. And what really is aggravating about it, so first of all, this is what a law professor of the University of Miami said. He said, this law looks like a political freebie. You get to pander and nothing bad happens because there's no chance that it will survive in court. That's according to the law professor at the University of Miami and Wired magazine. Now, the other thing that's just infuriating about this fucking whole bill is that there is an exclusion in it, right? Let me pull it up so I can read from this. This censorship bill, they literally, where does it say? I don't give a fuck about my ad blocker. I'm not turning that off. Okay, it says, where is it? Section 230, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I can't find the quotes. I should have wrote it down. But anyway, the whole point is that there's an exclusion in there for theme parks. Who makes the most fucking money in Florida?
Theme parks?
That's right. So they don't really give a fuck about what these corporations do if they're making them money.
Right.
Universal, Disney, they can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
They just don't like Facebook because they're fucking with Trump. That's daddy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fucking bullshit.
Let's see. We got some more comments. I'm sure it's all the same old bullshit. What was the receipt? I don't know what the receipt comment was. Fred, I don't know what you were talking about there. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let's see. What's the next topic? We got a few more. Oh, just a bunch of crazy Republican shit this week, really. Rand Paul was in the news again because he was saying a bunch of dumb shit about how I won't get a vaccine because he's got natural immunity. First of all, we don't know how long that lasts. And you can actually go get antibody tests. So if you're failing the antibody test, that means you don't have any fucking natural immunity anymore, right? And I know people who have had COVID, took the antibody test, and they don't have no goddamn antibodies. A couple months later, 4 or 5 months later, whatever. Yeah. So there you go. What a fucking moron. So now he's gotten into this like pissing match with Stephen Colbert, right? Who do you think's gonna win that? The guy who writes jokes for a living, or the fucking dude who thinks that everything should be privatized and his daddy got him a job?
The comedian.
That's right. It's not going well. So, but speaking of the vaccine, we got a strike on this channel for saying some shit about the vaccine a while back. And it's fucking stupid.
Should we not talk about it then?
Well, I'm just saying it's fucking bullshit because, first of all, we didn't say any anti-vax stuff at all. If you remember, we were telling people to go get vaccinated. You know what I mean? We just said what the fucking conspiracies were, and then I told you that I think they're stupid. Right?
Yeah.
And what's fucked up is that even some of those fucking so-called conspiracies, now Anthony Fauci, right, who is the fucking American physician scientist, immunologist, who's the director of the U.S. National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases and the chief medical advisor to the fucking president, has now come out and said, well, it could have been made in the lab, basically. I'm paraphrasing. So what about all those people that got fucking YouTube bans and strikes? Are they going to reverse any of that shit? I know they're not because they're fucking lazy as fuck.
There you go.
They don't even review shit. They didn't even review our shit.
Well, it makes sense. Fauci is if someone was to ask me what my score of Fauci's performance this whole time during this whole COVID thing, it wouldn't be very high. I've seen the man with my own eyes and ears say one thing and then say another thing, contradict himself a lot. He's not and he looks tired. It's another thing about him too. He looks like a very tired person. He looks like he's barely awake half the time. And whenever they ask him questions, most of his responses are very political. He goes, well, we have to look at data. I don't know. Oh, we have to look at data. Depends on the data.
Well,
I don't know.
but there's
Could
nothing
be.
wrong. There's
Could
nothing
be.
wrong.
Could be.
There's nothing wrong with looking at the data because that's what scientists are supposed to do. You're not supposed to just like
But he
trust
doesn't have
your
answers. He doesn't have fucking answers
Well-
for anyone. And when you don't have answers, and I've told you this, when you don't give the people answers, that's when the conspiracies come in because they need something or they're gonna make shit up.
Okay, but that's also fucking stupid. And I was about to say the other.
It's not stupid. That's how people work.
I
It's
know,
not.
but Albert, it is stupid because just leaping to conclusions because it's inconvenient. You're like, well, I want an answer.
No, not that it's
That's like a child. That's being a child. Okay.
you're giving someone Play-Doh to play with.
All right. So fuck that though if it's wrong, and that's not what scientists do. Scientists have to look at the data and research and
But
come
look
up. So
right,
if you just sit
exactly.
here and go, well, hey, here, how about this, Albert? How about you go to the doctor, right? And you go, well,
Fauci's
listen to me.
dumb
Listen
shit.
to me. You go to the doctor, right? And you're sick, right? The doctor doesn't know, right? So what if they just fucking tells you? He goes, well, I can't tell this guy. I don't know what's wrong with him. So I'm just gonna say AIDS.
Okay,
That's
not
fucking
what
stupid.
I'm talking about Fauci, dude.
Well, you're. I understand, but that you can't. That's not how science and the medical community works. They have to figure shit out. To do anything else is bullshit. Now, I'm gonna read some of these comments real quick because they're coming in. Someone says that if I don't tell you to get a job for your wife and son, you're not a man or something. But it's the same bullshit. It's the same bullshit. First of all, Albert. When your unemployment runs out, I assume you're going to be getting a job.
I'm looking at jobs right now.
So there you go. You guys are fucking crazy because he's got to have money coming in. He's just while he can spending time with his newborn baby, and collected that government money, but instead of going and working his ass off at fucking Chick-fil-A. Number two, someone said that I won't say that I'm secretly in love with Albert. That's not true. I'm actually very open about my love for Albert. I love Albert. It's not secret at all. So anyway, let's go back into this shit. Well, we were talking about Fauci vaccines. I think I had another note here. Oh, speaking of this, though, I did want to mention this, Albert, because I was critical of the whole lab leak conspiracy. I'm usually critical of conspiracies in general, right?
Right.
And I was critical of the lab leak conspiracy when I heard it at first. And I'll tell you why. Because I had cognitive bias, right? Anything that fucking Tom Cotton or Donald Trump says, I pretty much assume is bullshit, right?
Okay.
And that's because of cognitive bias and also just because of the shit that they've said in the past. When he said the shit about putting bleach in your body, that didn't fucking surprise me at all because the guy's a fucking moron, right?
Right.
So I just take it I take all that shit with a grain of salt. And I even said, look, it could be from a lab. I don't know. All the doctors and scientists that I was listening to and that were speaking to the American people were saying this is zoological. It came from a bat, right? Or it came from whatever, right? So that's where I was trusting in. If it turns out that I was wrong, or that they were wrong, and then therefore by me trusting in them, I was wrong, look, I'll own that shit, dude. Because I just think that no one's right all the time. To think that you're always right, actually, is this weird thing called like the Dunning-Kruger effect, right? Where you just can't be wrong. It's like your ego won't let you be wrong, right?
Right, and that's very dangerous to have. And here's the thing. If you ask me where it comes from, my response to a lot of questions is I never give a matter-of-fact answer. And I never say that, well, these people have to be wrong because of whatever. I always say, I don't know. I always say, I don't know. It could be that. It could be that. I don't know. No one really knows. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. The fact that we have a guy that says one thing and another who's supposed to be the guy that we look for the quote-unquote science, when he sounds like he doesn't know what the fuck's going on, that's how all this shit starts. That's all I'm saying.
And look, I believe in skepticism, but I also believe in logic, right? And like I said, my logic was telling me pretty much anything that Tom Cotton or Donald Trump says is bullshit because they're racist. Like, you know, they wanted to blame it on China right away, and I've seen people do that. In fact, I think we talked about this throughout history with syphilis, right? every country had a different name for syphilis, and it was always racist. If you were Russian, you called it like the Polish flu. If you were Spanish, you called it like the French virus, right? You just blame it on somebody else because of racism. So that's what I was worried about, you know. But I could be,
Right. I understand.
and I could be wrong about all this, and it could be. I still don't know. We still don't know if it was intentional or unintentional. Look, I don't know. But it's important that we talk about the Dunning-Kruger effect, you know, because people do just believe shit regardless. And what's important is that as new data comes in, and we're talking about data, right, with Fauci and all that. As new data comes in, a logical person has to be able to change their mind and adjust to that, you know.
Okay, well, but the same thing goes to the vaccine, because I'm here. I took the vaccine, and I hear shit every fucking day from different people. By the way, it's random people all the time. It's never from the same people. Hearing from vast amounts of people telling me that the vaccine is gonna kill me in a year.
Yeah, and here's the deal. A lot of those fucking people, this is why I don't listen to them. They'll also tell you that Jewish people eat child's faces and Democrats are fucking whatever. You know what I mean? And they believe in the craziest fucking bullshit. That's why I have like this. That's why I can't take their shit seriously, right? That's why I have to look to other information sources, because how the fuck am I supposed to trust what the fuck they're saying on Newsmax when they notoriously lie and say the dumbest shit all the time?
I don't know. To me, I'll tell you this about me, and you know this about me. And maybe this might make me seem, maybe this is dumb, but I personally, when I'm hearing someone speak about something, I don't give a fuck what platform they are. Now, the only person that I won't listen to about jack shit about anything, this is a personal thing. The only person that I won't listen to at all about jack shit is a super religious Catholic person who's talking about Jesus Christ. That's it. That's about it.
All right, so
if there's anyone, that's it.
Well, I don't know. We got to kind of start wrapping, but I got some comments I want to address. Thanks for tuning in, Tiffany. Yeah, I've been working on this beard. I trim it. I've been keeping it nice and groomed, not too long. She says I've never been to Chick-fil-A, and then Clark says, "What's wrong with Chick-fil-A?" First of all, if you love Chick-fil-A, you obviously have never been to Popeyes. It's fucking way better. There's no fucking debate about that, right, Albert?
What? What do you mean, Popeye? You mean the sandwich or the chick? What do you mean?
First of all, the chicken at Popeyes is just better than Chick-fil-A chicken. The seasoning is better. The fucking chicken sandwich is better.
You know what? Here's my answer. Is Popeyes good? Yes. Do most people?
Ladyboy.
I feel like probably. I don't know. Do most people eat? Does Chick-fil-A? Let's Google who makes more money, Chick-fil-A or Popeyes. Let's find out right now. I want to know, because I'll tell you this right now. I like Popeyes. You know why I don't go there as much as I go to Chick-fil-A? Because Popeyes is known, and it's fucking overpriced as fuck.
It's not overpriced. I know why you don't go to Popeyes, and it's because their customer service is absolute garbage. It always has been.
No, that's not why. I love Popeyes. It's just quicker to go to Chick-fil-A, where I know I'm gonna get a quality chicken sandwich.
What was the other comments I want to get to? But anyway, I say Popeyes all day. Fuck it. Ben said he believes, thanks for tuning in, Ben. He says he believes that the government is using the virus to usher in a new form of government. First of all, he says it's about socialism and shit. First of all, if you think that Joe Biden, who's been in government, right, for fucking longer than my whole life, is any kind of new government, what are you smoking, dude? I know you're high as fuck right now, but what the fuck kind of weed are you smoking? Because he is a part of this fucking government that's been around forever that ain't changing shit. He's not a fucking socialist. The motherfucker can't even push. He said he was going to push $15 minimum wage. He won't. What happened to that? He said he's going to push a public option for healthcare. What happened to that? All that shit's gone, dude. He's not a fucking socialist. He's a neoliberal, warmongering fuck. And the only reason why most of us voted for him is because we fucking hated Trump, because he's the fucking real fascist, dictator, racist piece of shit.
Let me say something, by the way, just to throw it out there real quick, just for your information. That comment that he said, that's the number one thing I hear the most of why all this is going on.
They're saying he's a puppet. Who is he a puppet for? I guarantee this. Joe does what the fuck Joe wants to do. Okay? He sits there, he eats his fucking ice cream, and he does this whole bipartisan bullshit. He's been doing this for 40 years. Look at his fucking record, man. He comes from a time when the Republicans got power of everything, and he had to play nice with the Reagans and all that shit. He's all about bipartisanship. That shit does not exist anymore, okay? It's all bullshit. He's a part of a relic of an old time that's bullshit. We really do need socialism, Ben. I don't know what you're talking about. We need free college. 100 fucking years ago, we made high school free. It ain't good enough anymore. We need free college. You know what? Every other country on this planet has made healthcare free. We need free healthcare. There's people right now that have $1 million COVID bills. Have you seen this shit, Albert? $1 million COVID bills. And insurance companies aren't even covering them.
I know. You don't need to tell me, of course. I've been hurt before. I know what happens when you go to the hospital. I already know. You don't got to tell me.
It's fucking bullshit.
I know how it works over here.
Everyone bitches about socialism. Look, some of the most popular things in American history are fucking socialist ideas, right? Social Security. It's what old people do to survive. Without that, they were just fucked. So,
yeah.
Anyway, we got to wrap on one more thing because Albert and I are going to film a special segment tonight. It won't be live because it's going to be a little bit harder to do, but it's going to come out soon. But I'm going to give you guys a little teaser about it, and it's actually current events. So this week right now, Albert, the Senate is debating passing a $250 billion bailout of corporations, which includes a $10 billion bailout of Jeff Bezos' space company, Blue Origin, that does, it's his lunar landing program to go to the moon and start building shit on the moon, okay?
Okay.
And so, first of all, Jeff Bezos, as you know, made a fuckload of money during the pandemic. He doesn't need another government bailout, and first of all, we shouldn't be bailing out corporations when the bottom 80% of people can't pay their fucking rent, right?
Right.
But, and we agree on that, so there's no debate, but it does set us up for this discussion we're about to have about the moon landing. So please tune in this weekend. Albert and I are going to have this great little segment about the moon landing, and once it's edited and put out, because it's going to take some editing, it's going to be a little bit tricky, but you guys should tune into that because it's going to be a whole special edition of Albert's Corner featuring the moon landing conspiracy, and we're going to really dive into it, so I hope you guys enjoy that. We've also got an episode of Instagram TV Booze and News interviews this Sunday with friend of the show, John Martin, who is an engineer, just generally one of the smartest fucking people I know, and we're going to get to pick his brain. He's got a great company that he's starting that's fucking wild, and he knows a lot about the economy and shit, so I can't wait to get into that. And so tune into Instagram, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on Saturday. Albert, of course, plug your Instagram and all that. You got some new shows?
Yeah, I started a podcast with two other comedian friends of mine called No Work, No Editing. Fred's already appeared on the first episode of the podcast. So thank you, Fred, for showing up and supporting that. My friends thought you were hilarious. We talked about it afterwards. Your negativity brings a lot of laughter. To us. And so yeah, No Work, No Editing. Please go follow that on Instagram right now. I would appreciate it. And go follow me too, Albert Deleon Live on Instagram, Albert Deleon Live on YouTube. Just follow all the shit I'm doing. I'm always making content every day. Jonathan knows this. I don't just do this. I'm constantly trying to make stupid, funny videos.
Every day. He's got that Instagram, he got that TikTok, all that shit. And he's doing the live show. If I didn't get to all your comments, I'm sorry. Ben, I do want to respond to you, but we got to wrap because we got to film this other segment. I will message you privately. I have a lot of opinions about UBI. If you go look at our videos in the past, I talk about it all the fucking time. We could talk about it on Facebook. But thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll be back next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time with the Happy Half Hour with some more beer reviews and booze and news. So cheers, y'all.
Cheers.